When Spain colonized the Philippines, they didn't just bring religion or architecture, they brought a social system designed to divide, control, and dominate. This was the caste system, a rigid hierarchy that didn't just separate rich from poor, but native from Spaniard, dark from light, Indio from Mestizo. The Spanish colonial government implemented a caste system that ranked people by race, bloodline, and proximity to the Spanish crown. It was a system where your birth determined your worth, and the darker your skin, the lower your status. At the very top were the Peninsulares, pure-blooded Spaniards born in Spain. They held the highest positions in government, church, and military. To them, the Philippines was not home, it was a colony to rule. Next were the Insulares, also pure-blooded Spaniards, but born in the Philippines. They were still privileged, but treated as second class compared to the Peninsulares. According to my grandfather, my own great-great-great-grandfather was an insular born in the Philippines to Spanish parents. That means I'm descended from this class. But even they weren't immune to the discrimination of the caste system. Your birthplace alone could make you less Spanish in the eyes of the ruling elite. Below them were the Mestizos, people of mixed ancestry, either Spanish and native Mestizo de Español or Chinese and native Mestizo de Sangle. They had more privileges than natives, and some became rich landowners. They were the buffer class, not quite elite, but definitely above the masses. At the bottom were the Indios, the native Filipinos, the very people whose land was taken, whose language was suppressed, and whose identity was erased. They were forced to pay tribute, render labor, and submit to the rule of foreigners on their own soil. This wasn't just a class system, it was racism made official. The whiter your blood, the higher your privilege. Even access to education, jobs, and the church was based on your caste. A native Filipino could be intelligent, moral, and hardworking, but he would still be seen as inferior to a lazy peninsular just because of his skin and bloodline. This wasn't justice. This was colonial oppression wrapped in social policy. But God never designed society this way. In Galatians 3:28, the Apostle Paul wrote, "There is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus." In God's eyes, the Indio is not beneath the Spaniard. The poor is not less than the rich. All are made in the image of God with equal dignity, value, and worth. The social stratification of the Spanish era in the Philippines was more than a system, it was a weapon. It taught generations of Filipinos to feel inferior, unworthy, and ashamed of their roots. But we must unlearn this colonial mindset, because the truth is, this caste system was racist, arbitrary, and morally bankrupt. No human deserves honor based on bloodline, and no one deserves shame based on skin. Only God has the right to define our worth, and He says, "You are one in Christ."